Welcome back, Whalers fam, to another League Night vlog. This is our fourth League Night in as many as 7 days to open up the summer schedule for us. So, a lot of people are going to probably be thinking off the bat, well, this video might be one of the weaker series that we have. It isn't, so it's still just as good, just as good. The Arsenal is appearing on the left side of your screen. I always lead off with the Brunswick Rhino. It's a newer Rhino currently, the new carbon lime Rhino. I also have the Hammer Radioactive Vibe in the lineup. I use it on left side spares. I also have my green and black Columbia 300 white dot, and I also brought a Columbia 300 Beast as well in the bowling bag, and I use it later on in the evening for game 3 where I typically have a little bit of fall off. But we are also bowling on a brand new average tonight, something that is a little bit higher than what we bowled on in the past as well. Our new average is for this league tonight is 182 pins, so we have our work cut out for us this evening. Obviously, when your average goes up, you got to start doing more. You got to start being cleaner. So we got to be at least a little bit disciplined in terms of what we decide to leave open and what we finish, so to speak. But very exciting. After this league night, though, we aren't bowling Monday trios because of Memorial Day, so my next bowling outing is going to be Wednesday night mixed week 2. So we're going to get a nice 5 days off after this run of league nights. So either way, very excited to get this video off and running. And you will start seeing game 2 in just a matter of seconds. Feel free to like and subscribe if you like what you see so far. Alrighty, we're at the end of game 1 here on this Friday evening, just about getting there, I guess. A little bit about this particular matchup. The averages that we had last week roll into this week, obviously, so all the numbers get jumbled up in terms of scoring. Some leagues, though, this happened on Wednesday in particular in the fall, where you stayed on your entry average until the end of week 3. Well, in this particular league and pretty much all the summer leagues, once you bowl that first week, that's the average you're going to roll with for the rest of the season, given it's a little shorter. So, yeah, because of that, it's the matchups are going to be a little wonky to start the season. I do cut the deficit here to 34 and finish with a 230 game, as you guys just saw as I was blabbing on about the average situation. My dad does finish this 10th frame with a 173, and we go down to losing game one by only 34, which isn't that bad. But we also did have our second bowler blind for this game once again, but that'll change going into game two, where we'll actually be able to play as a full team. But yeah, as you saw, we were doing really good. Not really much for me to say. The only open we had was that split in the fourth, and maybe I could have had a possibility of getting it because it had some potential, but either way, we just take the count considering we were coming off of a double there. So either way, very good start. Can't complain, and this is a high for this league now of 230. My personal best is 254. With that said, on to game two. Alrighty, getting a little closer to the end of the second game, back a little earlier than what I would usually do. So, in this particular game specifically, you are going to see some teammates, or some of the teammates we're rolling with. It gives you guys a good idea who we have on the team, and some of the videos are kind of centered around myself more times than not, but it just depends of like the editing process for me. Because certain videos I only have less than a day to edit, versus some other ones like this one, since we're not bowling on Monday, where I can spend a bit more time on it. So, yeah, that's kind of the reason why you're seeing a bit more variety in this video than you did on Wednesdays, obviously, because I have a bit more time to work on this video. But with the busy summer, it's going to happen quite a bit. I will also, with the upcoming schedule coming up, it's going to get a lot busier, right? So once the Memorial Day break is out, I'll post like the next 3 bowling outings plus the next tournament as well. So you have a good idea on the screen of what's coming up for this channel. But we have Wednesday night mixed, Friday, and this is all starting this upcoming Wednesday, might I add. Wednesday, Friday, circle back for Monday, and then Wednesday again. So we're bowling 3 times a week until we get to our next tournament, which is a 9-pin no tap. tournament that does travel, so it will not be here at the bowling alley you're seeing. It will be at a different one, so don't be surprised when that video comes out um, that the scenery looks slightly different. But nonetheless, it'll be the same great content that you continue to see here on the channel as well. So, to make things easy, end of game 2 here, we do end up finishing just shy of taking the win on this game. We lost by 6, but still rolling a good game. 196 is really good, considering the only thing I missed was a 10 pin, and I think the 10 pin miss ended up being a miss because I think I bounced my spare ball off my left leg by accident. So, it is what it is. Good game though. 416 through 2 games, which is nice. If you guys enjoyed the content so far, make sure to like and subscribe. It would mean a lot, and it helps our growth on YouTube continue to thrive like it is right now. So, with that said, enjoy game 3 and the copyright free music. See you soon. Alrighty, we're getting ready to wrap up the evening. Difference isn't looking very friendly for us here, as you can see on the screen. I'm coming off of a double here with the Columbia 300 Beast. I had to swap to my Vibe here only because I couldn't get a good handle on the Beast in the 9th frame, so we just had to make do. We clean up the spare there. Gives us something to work with. We got my dad up here, still down 83 at this point. That's another strike that cuts it a little bit. We're going to show some shots from Joe here to finish up the evening. Although, considering one of his frames was 1 pin exactly, he did manage to come back and beat his average, which his average is 140, but not too shabby, despite only having that 1 pin frame. Then we're back to me, gonna clean up a spare there. Sadly, a lot of miscues happen. We had one really bad throw in the 3rd frame. 5th frame, we just didn't have luck. Our typical split in the 6th, and then just some pin leaves the rest of the way. Holds us down at 156, sadly. But my dad's gonna come finish this up. And he managed to bring it in this game. Although, if you flip this particular game he's having into the second game instead, we could have walked away with 2 points, but it is what it is. Not much to really say. I finished with a 582 series on the evening, and it still actually does beat the average of 182, so either way you look at it, this is actually one of the better series I've had in the last 3 league nights prior to this one. So we're off to a hot start this summer, and obviously, as you can see, we're staying that way. We do go on to lose game 3 by over 64 pins. Unfortunately, we kind of lost a little bit with Sarah, unfortunately, just not really being able to find her line of striking. With that being lost, that pretty much put things on the down low. Although it doesn't help, I missed my average in game 3 by like what 28. Anyways, onto the stat line. We do manage to go 0-9, all red. We dropped to a team record of 7-11. Two lucky numbers, might I add. So who knows? Maybe it's good luck for next week. But yeah, we finished with a 230 game, new high for the summer. 196 in game 2, another great game, and then that 156, which that's kind of in the neighborhood of where we've been anyhow, so it's not all that bad. We do finish 36 pins above the average as well in week 2. So that average obviously is going to keep going up. Averages only go up if you stay above the average, which therefore makes it harder for you to maintain that average. So I'm sure that type of evening will come at some point in the summer. Obviously, don't know when. So for now, just keep working on what we're capable of doing. We put together like 4 really solid league nights in the last 7 days. So all in all, this looks really good. Can't complain about the effort. We're giving it everything we got. So I think our total's actually in the right place for this league. I mean, 2,500 pins is, I think, manageable to beat someone else in the alley when all's said and done. So I guess the series wasn't bad. It's just wrong opponents that we came up upon. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed watching this League Night video or my bowling, make sure you leave a like on the video, as well as subscribe, as it helps us continue to grow here on YouTube as we get ready to hit 300 subscribers on the channel. Thank you for your support, and we'll catch you on the next League Night video.